Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's the day of the Conference League final. It's Chelsea versus Real Betis. It is experience versus a debutant. It is Chelsea, the European champions. They won the Champions League. They won the Europa League. They are an experienced side in European competition versus Real Betis playing in their first ever European competition final. So it is a massive game for both the clubs. So let's get into it. I think it will be a very interesting game, whatever the result may be. I expect goals in this game. Chelsea, as I said, they are the experienced one. They know how to do it on the European stage. They have won the Champions League a couple of times. They have won the Europa League. So they are going for the history as well. They could be the first team to win all three European competition. So that is something that Chelsea are aiming to go for. Their season has ended. It has already been a great season for them. They are going to play in the Champions League next season. So this could be the icing on cake for Chelsea if they end up winning the Conference League. If in terms of their team, it feels like most of them are ready to go. They are ready to play. Maresca has already confirmed that he's not gonna play Sanchez. He's gonna play Jorgensen, who has been the goalkeeper for the Conference League. So it has not been really a surprise. There are rumors that Cole Palmer is not going to start because he has not really started Conference League and his form has not been that good. So Edwisbury Hall might get the call up here, who has been again the main starter for the Conference League. So there are going to be a couple of surprise selections for Chelsea. If you really are playing in the Conference League final and if you don't pick Cole Palmer, that's a big ballsy statement from Enzo Maresca. We are going to see what happens in the lineup when the game comes. But these are the rumors coming in from the Chelsea side, and as I said, like, they are the more experienced side. They even though they have currently they don't have that many players who are playing in this big competition, who have won this competition, but as a club they know what it feels like. They know what it means to be in a European competition. They are playing against a Real Betis side who as I said, it is a first a European final for them. At the start of the season, nobody would have really thought that Betis could make into the final of the competition. But they have been amazing throughout the season. In the league as well, they are going to play in Europa League next season. Their league campaign has been really good. There was a fight even for that fifth European for the fifth Champions League spot between them and Villarreal. Which unfortunately for Betis, the last month or so has not been that good in the league, so they had to resign for the Europa League football. But again, that is a massive achievement. At the start of the season, nobody really thought there were there were rumors. They were thinking that they are going to push for it. That a lot of people thought they had a good enough score to maybe compete for those European places, but nobody really thought that they were going to actually go ahead and make it. But credit to Pellegrini. I mean, the way he has led Betis has been really great, and the signings that they have made, the players that they have brought in, and people have really stepped up for them. I mean, back at Bartra at the back, you can speak of Isco and Anthony since he has come in January. They have been really good players for Real Betis. They have really stepped up, and they have really they've really surprised a lot of people in La Liga and in Europe as well. So I am really expecting a really good game out of this final. It is, in my opinion, it is going to come to the nerves. We saw between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. We saw that Spurs created history. They had never won. They have not won a trophy in 17 years. They were playing against Manchester United. It sort of feels like the same sort of a final. You have one club with all the heritage and with all the experience and all the glory against a club who has not had that much of a glory recent years. And in the final, it didn't really matter. That was a really poor Europa League final. Let's be very honest. One of the worst finals that I have seen. But Spurs ended up winning. They surprised the almighty Manchester United. They somehow got the win. They somehow became champions. And Betis could look at that game and they can think it doesn't really matter. The Pellegrini is going to say the same thing to his players, and I think players need to realize this. They don't have to play the name. They don't really, they don't. They need to think that they are not playing Chelsea. They are just playing another club, because Chelsea of late and the players that they are playing, they are not European champions. They are not, really special players. And a lot of them, in comparison to Betis, I would say Betis have had a better season. A lot of majority of the Betis players have had better season than what the Chelsea players are going to come up. It is going to be a very interesting matchup in terms of both the teams. Maresca is going to play his dad pressing football, and Betis are going to enjoy that. They like to hit the teams on the counter attack. So it will be very interesting between Maresca and Pellegrini the game as well, how they try to tactically play out each other. So it will be very interesting to see that as well. I already said that I expect goals in this game. I said that in the Spurs Man United game as well, but that ended up being quite wrong. But this game is like because these two are completely different sort of set of teams. Both of them were English teams. It is like a Spanish team going against an English team. So you have to consider that as well. It will be. In my opinion, the game is gonna be one on nerves. I just don't. I cannot just say that one team is better than that, because I just don't think that Chelsea are better than Real Betis at the moment in this competition. They are not. The squad is not as much better as compared to Betis. Of course, they have a couple of good players. They have a couple of special players, but so do Betis. I mean, you have players like Anton who can come in and they can surprise, and they can win you the game single-handedly. And at the same time, you have players like Palmer at Chelsea. He might not even play. He might come in at sub, and at the 85th minute he can produce a magical moment, and that can win the game for Chelsea. So I think the game is going to be won in moments. I think it is going to be it takes special moments from the players. I think that is going to really maneuver the game. That's going to take the game away towards their side and away from the opposition. As I said, I expect goals. I expect entertaining game. That's the one that the one thing that I'm sure of, that we can expect entertainment out of this game. It is not going to be a snooze fest like the Europa League final. I think it will be very entertaining. I think it will be played on a fast-paced tempo. It will be like end-to-end stuff. In my opinion, that's what I think. I think Chelsea will have a majority of the possession. I think Betis will be happy to let Chelsea have the possession, and they would try to hit them on the counter attack with their PC wingers. And I think that's where Chelsea's defense is going to come in handy. I think that battle on the right hand side between Cucurella and Anthony, I think that is going to be the highlight of the game. I really think that could really decide the game if Chelsea are able to keep Anthony down that right hand side. Just not Cucurella, I mean the fullback as well. That right hand side, it could really decide the match, if I'm being very honest with you, because Betis of late they get majority of their attacks from that right hand side. You have Isco in that number 10 position, so he's going to be really crucial. He's going to be the focal point. He's going to be the go-to guy. He's the experienced one for Real Betis. He has played it all. He has done it all, so he knows how to handle this situation. So they are going to look at towards Isco and for guidance. So it will be a very interesting match, if I'm being very honest with you. You have Enzo Fernandez towards the Chelsea side. He's won the World Cup as well. So you have that sort of interesting players on both sides who can on the night deliver for you. As I said, I think it will be a very interesting and entertaining final. I expect goals in this game, and I think we are not going to go to extra time in this game. I think we are going to get a winner, and I'm going for a shocking result. I'm going for a surprise that I think Chelsea are going to lose this final. I'm going for a very entertaining 2-1 win for Real Betis. That is my prediction for the final. That is from me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of the game. Who do you think is going to win, and what is your prediction for the final? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, before the Champions League final. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.